Once his body was clean, Kai Young picked up the bottle of blood-clotting cream and sniffed it a little. He found that the medicine was quite refreshing and lost himself in it, and then he shook his to clear it. Kai Young opened that bottle and tried to smear the cream directly onto his injuries but stopped. He hastily went to fetch a new tub of water and then put some of the medicine into the water to dilute it. Stirring carefully, he began his treatment using the diluted formula. TLN-R, the life of a poor person. Too relatable, crying smiley. Enough. The effects of the blood-clotting cream were good. After diluting it, the effects were also reduced. But Kai Young only had this one bottle, so naturally he would have to use it sparingly. After the tub of diluted was used up, Kai Young had also finished treating his injuries. However, it also left him some doubts. For the paste smell was not the same as it was previously and also slightly spicy. Putting his clothes back on, he went to get the dark-colored sweet potato and wolfed it down. Kai Young then plonked down on his bed and soon fell asleep. The holes in the small roof allowed some light to seep in, lighting up the hut. The hut was extremely sparse. There was no table or chairs. Only one small bed with a deerskin blanket and square-shaped pillow. This was all of Kai Young's possessions. The deerskin was from a deer Kai Young hunted previously. Although it was not thick, it was still warm. While his pillow was from his time outside the school when he was hunting, he happened to pick up. Pillow was a square, a foot long and 3 fingers thick. It looked like stone, felt like one but didn't bear the weight a stone should. Kai Young didn't know what it was, but used it as a pillow, and didn't investigate further. This black stone pillow had already been with Kai Young for a year already, yet he still didn't know what it was. Nonetheless, it was a great pillow. Fast asleep, Kai Young dreamt of today's battle. Time and time again he was hit flying away by Ju Ding Jun. And time again he would stand back up, persevering and continuing with a blood crest on his chest. As the dream continues, the blood crest became more and more powerful. Kai Young's sleeping face was clenched up in pain, but you could see it was resolute. He only had one goal in his heart, to succeed. Even if he was ordered to cut off his foot or fry his body in flames, he would not cower in fear. The unconscious Kai Young didn't take notice that the pillow below his had started to exclude a clouded light that corresponded with his moods. This light became more and more luminous. In the dream, Kai Young continued with his early morning encounter with Ju Ding Jun, repeatedly getting knocked to the ground. At his 1000th time of getting knocked and getting back up, with his unwavering will suddenly broke through. He rushed mercilessly towards Ju Ding Jun, who immediately fell to the ground. Ju Ding Jun's figure then became hazy and morphed into his own figure. At this moment Kai Young's mind calmed down, though it wasn't due to him beating his opponent, but he winning against himself. Winning against his inner fear and yielding heart. A faint feeling gradually rose up. There is no longer anything under the sky that can make him submit to them. In reality, the black pillow under Kai Young's head suddenly burst forth a black ray. This black ray emerged from the black stone and hovered in the air for a bit before drilling into Young Kai's head, instantly disappearing from sight. At the same time, in an ancient and desolate place a strange presence descended. Like tidal waves, the collapse of snow, any person in front of him was insignificant, that strange presence thought. Kai Young suddenly opened his eyes, his whole body sweating and bursting with fear. He was awoken by that strange presence. Calming himself, he forced a smile. When was dreaming, he could actually scare himself like that. It's ridiculous. Rubbing his face, he looked up into the night sky to determine the time, and was annoyed. He had only slept for 2 hours, seeing it was quite dark outside. Hurriedly he got up, folded up the deerskin blanket and repositioned the black stone pillow. As he got up, he frowned and turned to look back at the pillow. This feeling, his gut told him that it was not the same. Under doubts, Kai Young reached out towards the pillow and picked it up. He was correct, its weight had decreased a lot. Strange, how can this block stone suddenly become so light? Questioning this, more questions started to appear. It was like a thick book was being thrown into the air, with the pages spread out as it landed. Kai Young was flabbergasted, momentarily forgetting to catch it. Pa, the Blackstone pillow fell to the ground and opened up like a book. He couldn't believe it, even though it was spread out in front of him. Wasn't this a stone? How could it suddenly turn into a book? The Blackstone pillow had been with Kai Yang for over a year already, he was very clear. Did he not previously find a Blackstone and not a book? Did an old turtle take off his shell and become a snake? A while ago when he stooped down to pick up the book, and he immediately felt a connection with it. Looking at it again, he really had to admit it was the pillow he was using. This thick book left him speechless, though there were no words. It was empty. But the book's pages couldn't let him see through it. He gently tried to tear a page, but he couldn't tear it at all. It really makes him rethink. He had owned it for an entire year, and only just discovered its true colors. But such an empty black book, what is its use? He inspected the book all over, and still nothing. Mysterious. Kai Yang turned to the first page, and nothing. Staring at the blank book page. With little effort, he still found little change to the page. Then he discovered there was a little change to the page. The strange presence that appeared in the desolate place of his dreams had appeared again. A line of golden-colored characters had started to appear. Blood is sighted, the golden body descends, not a miracle, but a golden immortal. This penetrated deep into the soul, which caused Kai Yang to slam the book shut, with his limbs shaking uncontrollably. Breathing deeply, he managed to calm his heart down a bit. What secrets did this black book hide? He didn't know at all, but he knew that this object he obtained from Black Wind Mountains contains great history. After a long period of silence, he once again opened the black book. This time, he read the first line on the page. Turns out, it wasn't a dream. Gradually, other lines slowly appeared. Proud golden body, rules the fence, indomitable spirit, will it descend? 8 lines and 32 words occupied an entire page, giving one a dominating heavenly and earthly feeling, as if those words were imbued with domineering spirit.